So we're gonna start by sanding the cabinet door fronts. I took all of the hardware off, and so we'll sand them all and get them ready for paint. So I've sanded all the cabinets, and what I'm going to do, because I'm only coming up a couple of shades for these cabinets, I don't have to re-prime them. I'm just going to go ahead and paint them after washing them, get all the dust off, clean up the whole workspace so that there's no dust. I'm going to paint the back of the cabinets first, and then I'll put 2 coats on the back, maybe 3 coats depending on how it looks. Then after they're dry, and you want to wait at least an hour and a half to 2 hours between coats. I might even leave mine overnight. Then you want to flip the cabinets over and do all the fronts of the cabinets, and that's when you'll paint your edge. You don't want to paint the edge when you're painting the back of the cabinet in case you get a little puddling forming. So you'll have like a bead line of paint on the backside, and you don't want that. You would rather have that on the inside of the cabinet door front, and you can just lightly sand that if that does happen. But we're going to paint just the flat back part first, and then once those are dry, 2-3 coats, then we'll flip them over and do all the fronts. Okay? So one thing I just want to note is you want to be sure that you're doing thin, even coats. Don't put your paint on too thick. Sometimes you grow impatient and you just want to do one thick coat. It doesn't work well that way. You want the paint to last and be very durable in your kitchen. So it's best to do thin coats and more coats, and plenty of time. You can read the can to see what the recommendation is on the length of time between coats, but you should at least wait a couple of hours. Okay? The other tip I want to tell you is definitely spend the money on a good brush. You want your brush, you don't want to have any of the bristles fall out and get stuck on your cabinet doors, and you want to have a good flow of the paint. So it does matter what type of brush you use. So you want to use not only good quality paint, which I spoke with a professional painter to find out what type of paint to use. That's why I ended up with the Advanced Benjamin Moore. And then I also asked about brushes. So this is a nice high quality brush. If you're a person who likes to roll, then roll, but I really like how my cabinets come out when I use a brush. So that's what I'm going to use. So I've painted all of the cabinet door fronts as well as the base, and they all have 3 coats. They've been sanded in between each coat, and I've put the hinges back on. I'm now going to install the doors back onto the cabinets, and then I'll put the handles back on. So the top cabinets are up, they're back ready for use. It took about 8 days. I did 3 coats of paint. I did let each coat sit and dry overnight. I did sand between each coat. And so front and backs, it's pretty time consuming. And then reinstalling the hinges and then mounting them back up onto the cabinets is a little bit time consuming, but the top cabinets are done. I think I'll take a little bit of time off and then do the lower cabinets because like I said, we're a fully functioning family that's still working and it's a living and breathing kitchen. So I'm happy with the color. All the other colors in the kitchen will be changed at some point, but for now we're starting with the kitchen cabinets. So I hope you feel comfortable tackling your own kitchen.